Hi, welcome to part 2 of the Enterprise build of the Refit and also the A. In this part we're going to be dealing with the layers and how I put them in and things like that. I use a very simple process which I'll go through in a moment. Just to let you know though that I have managed to lose part of this video at the start of the process with the lights. I haven't lost much, just the very beginning of it, so it looks like it skipped a bit. So I'll explain as I go along. As you can see, I've already started as I explained. What I've done there is I've cut a piece of plastic out to bridge over where you see those 4 little holes in the centre for the lights. I've put a piece of strip light onto that and soldered the wires on, and a little bit of hot glue on each side just to cement it in place. Now what I'm doing here is on these LED strips I'm cutting them. If you can see those little brass points in there, they come in sections of 3s, and the little dots you cut them there, not anywhere else, because you break the circuit and they won't work. So I'm just testing there where I'm going to be putting them, and then I'm going to start soldering. Now the solder is very simple, just a simple solder iron in your solder, and just put little points of solder onto the brass. That's called tinning. It just enables you to put the wire onto it easier instead of having a wire, having solder going, it gets all messy and horrible. Now I'm not the world's greatest solderer, but if I can do it, anyone can do it. So as you can see, I'm just tinning that now. So that's the tinning process done, and I always check, every time I do something like this, I always check to make sure it works. So I'm just going to connect it to the power. I'm using a 9-volt adapter for this. So you can see I'm just attempting to connect it. A little bit fiddly, there you go, they're working. So now that's done, I'll cut the other remaining strips, place them around to see how many I want, and then I'll tin the rest of them and prepare for putting the wires on. The next stage is putting the wires on. As you can see, I'm using a little crocodile stand clips here to secure it. I'll be tinning the wires now, and then placing them onto the next strip. So I use red and black wire. Red is positive, black is neutral, and I've sort of skipped a little bit there, and you can see me putting it in now. So all I done was tin the wires, put them into the next strip with a bit of solder gun, and now I'm just testing for fits. What you see me putting in there is an LED, and we'll come up to that next. So now again I'm putting it in the clamp, cut two wires out once I tested the length, and I'm just heating them up and placing the wires in like that, and that's all there is to it. So next is I just go around like this all the time until I come to the LED point. Now the LEDs simple LEDs, you'll find when you're using them, they can be a little bit more tricky than using the strip lights, but I'll explain to that when we get to it. Now the LED is a 3mm LED What you see, I'm just putting a little bit of white glue in there to steady it in. I take the LED, place it in like that, and it looks like I've already soldered the wires onto this one. That's a shame. Okay, that's not a problem. I'll tell you what I did anyway. On the LED there's two prongs, a large one and a small one. The large one is for positive, the small one is for negative. Now you have to place a resistor onto the positive, depending on what power outlet and LED you've got, is depending on the resistor. There's many charts out there to show you and tell you how to do it. So you solder them all on, and then you just connect all up, as you can see there. Hopefully on the other LED I'll go into more detail for it. What I'm using here is a bit of plastic putty. That is for just holding the LED in place and the resistor as well. Just a tiny bit of ply, bit of hot glue, put it in, and you can rest your resistor onto it. Now we see the next LEDs going in. As you can see, I've already put the resistors onto them, which again is just coiling around the big prong, then soldering it on. Just testing the fit here, and I'm marrying up the wires to go into it. I'm just seeing how they best go. So you can see a little bit better on this one than you did the previous one. Now I'm doing it exactly as I said before. I'll be putting it in, connecting up the wires, the red to the positive and the black to the neutral, soldering it on, and then put it in situ. And then when it comes to the next light, I'll be putting another wire onto the positive, another wire onto the negative, and putting it onto the strip light, just to carry the run. As you can see there, what I'm doing is just taking the sheath off the wire to contact with the metal on the LED. So that's the majority of the lights connected on this part of the saucer section. Of course I'll be doing the other one as well. There's a little bit of light bleed there that I did notice, which I think I take care of that later on down the line, but there is some parts that I do miss. I will be putting an extra bit of lighting in here as well, where you see the hose in the centre, just to give the dome a little bit more light to come through. So that's all done. I'm just going to do a dry test fit now on the saucer section. So there it is. Just put it on to see for the fit. So now I'm just scraping away any paint that's got onto the edges where I'm going to be doing the cementing again. So now what I'm doing is I'm just preparing for the two saucer sections to join up. So I'm going to be connecting the wire from one saucer section to the next. So now that's connected, I'm just joining it up. The next stage is to do the lights on the other section of the saucer section, and I'll be wiring them up exactly the same way as I did the other part. So you'll see it just going along like the other one. So that's all it's on now. And scrape clean the seams and that, so it's time to bond it. So again, just running a bit of glue around until you've got all the way around, then I'll be bonding it. So once the cement's on, I close it all up, then I'll start clamping. I use the various clamps. I use F clamps, G clamps, and some spring-loaded clamps. You'll see as the video speeds up again. So that's all clamped up. As you can see, there is a bit of light bleed coming through. I remember that now, so I'll take care of that. It's just a bit more paint to block the light. It's not a big issue. I'm going to leave this standing overnight now. Hello, there's me. And that's it for part 2. So I hope you enjoyed it. Look out for part 3. Hopefully I'll get it up as soon as I can. So for now, bye.